Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Keithy Broom here in sunny old Brisbane, and it's fantastic to have your company again on, what is it? What number is it? It's 46, hangout number 46. So we're very, very close to 52, almost 1 year of doing hangouts, that's pretty amazing. Doesn't feel like a year. It feels like about 5 years. So we've got a great panel on tonight, and we've got a lot of things to discuss, and we've got a plan that Uday's talked to me about 35, 40 minutes ago about what he wants the members to do from now on, 2017 for the rest of the year. So we're going to talk about that and give you an update of what's going on. I've got some information from Uday. As I said, about 45 minutes ago, he's given me an update of what's going on. So I'll pass that on to you in a minute. But first off, got a few, couple of newish faces that everybody's been on at some stage, but haven't been on for a little while. So, and everybody's in different parts of the world as well, which is what our business is all about. I'm in Brisbane, but our first panelist to introduce, Edward, is in sunny downtown Japan somewhere. Whereabouts are you, Edward?
I'm on the outskirts of Tokyo, a place called Saitama, if anyone knows where that is. Yeah, it's not really sunny today, unfortunately, but you know it's pretty cold.
What's the population of Tokyo nowadays? Any idea?
It's about this. I think it's about the same population as what you got in Australia in total, probably. It's about 23
million or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
No, it's. I think is it 8? No, it's. I'll have to Google it, but it's.
Yeah, that's right.
It's probably about 12 million, I suppose. Yeah, I think it's about 12 million. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Wow. Now, what's your 7 days been like? The last 7 days, what have you been up to yourself?
With regards to the business, yeah, we've all been strategizing and excited about the new changes, and it's all been good. I mean, you know, not much has changed as far as I'm concerned, because I'm, you know, I tend to be quite relentless in what I do. But yeah, I mean, MyPayingAds, 25 new members in the last 7 days, and MyPayingCryptoAds, 29 new members in my business. So keep going, you know, plug away, head down. I tend to do a lot of well, I don't do as much as I used to, but I certainly recommend my team to do a lot of classified ad posting. I used to post about 140 ads a day on Backpage and a few other places. Don't have a lot of time for that at the moment, but now I've sort of scaled up, and I do, you know, obviously I make the most of the platforms that we're on, obviously the MyPayingAds and the MyPayingCryptoAds, make the most of that, you know, brand yourself on these platforms, absolutely. And I do a lot of,
well, I was wanting to get to that a little bit later on with you. So you're spilling the beans now, Edward.
Oh,
so,
right. Yeah.
So in other words, you've been very busy in the last 7 days,
yeah.
mate.
Yes, mate. Yeah, very busy indeed.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Okay. Well, we definitely want to hear all those different strategies you've got, because you're using a bit of online and offline strategies, which is very, very good. So,
yeah. I mean, classified ads meaning online stuff, really. I mean, mostly online. I mean, nobody speaks English where I am in the world. So,
yeah, exactly. It could be anywhere. Yeah, it
has to be online, really, for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Now, in sunny old England, hopefully, it's Karen's joined us again. You can turn your mic on now, Karen. Is it sunny? It looks, there's a bit of sun coming in through the window, is there?
It's just a bit bright. There's no sun.
All right.
We don't very often see the sun. You're lucky if you string 2 or 3 days together here.
All right.
It's not too bad over the weekend, though.
All right. Fantastic. Now, what have you been up to in the last 7 days?
Been out and about locally, talking to local businesses, you know, getting them some ads set up. I've got one local hotel where I'm going to do an ad for them, and I've got a couple of emails to send, and I've got an appointment with someone on Wednesday to discuss the same as well there. So, yep, all good.
Very good. All right. So that's a different strategy out and about in good old England. Raincoat on, umbrella up, and battling on.
Yes.
All right. Fantastic. Now, Paul Weeks on the Gold Coast. How's your last 7 days been, mate?
Since our return from, here we go, we're right, yep. Since return from Singapore, it's been head down and basically talking to all our referrals that we've built up over the years and making sure that they understand the business and their referrals. So that's been the 7 days of the last week and will be for the first few days of the next week.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. Good to hear, mate. Now, live from New Delhi is the main man from India, the main recruiter in India. You've got a lot of work to do over there. There's a lot of people there, Sangram. Welcome back to you, mate. What's your last 7 days been like?
Basically, I returned from Singapore. I just gave close to 3 to 4 days for my family. And after that, I started doing Facebook Live. And when I see somebody tells, hi, how are you? Then I ask them privately, tell your number. I want to talk to you because they're crazy to know about MPA and MPCA. Because before I coming to this Singapore event, many people are thinking that I am very small and something. Okay. So right now they're recognizing me. It is a definitely very good thing. And you are the person who really helped me. Though it was quite shock to me because you asked me to the podium without even, I didn't know that you will call me. Okay, so it was a shock to me. Anyway, thanks for that.
Yeah, that's all
now
right.
In FB Live, I'm getting around every day 20 to 25 people, new people. So what I do after the Facebook Live, next day morning, I talk to them personally. I take their mobile number. I talk to them. Yeah, this is MPA, this is MPCA. And I tell them the correct way. Now the sign-ups are happening in a streamline. So last 7 days, almost close to 40 sign-ups has been completed, and another 32 is in pipeline.
Very good. That's a very busy 7 days, Sangra. Now we want to chat to you in a little while about your strategies. You're face-to-face and follow people up type of guy, which obviously works for you. Let's go to Tony in Brisbane. Good to have you back on, Tony. What's your last 7 days been like, mate?
Well, thanks, Keithy. Yeah, school holidays. Basically working and, fitting in kids in and around. Was actually one of your favourite places, the Gold Coast, last week or during the course of this week. But same thing, keep your eyes and ears open. When you're talking with people, they tell you their problems. They tell you that they don't like their job. They tell you that they've got credit card debt. We've got something to offer them. If you hear someone doing that, I've got big ears, which is really great because I can hear those things. And they're like a radar. Oh, did you say you don't like your job? Hey, and it's not just jumping on them throwing a net over them and reeling in like a fish, but it's just talking to them and finding out where their need is and if we can help them, which most people we can. Yeah, exactly right. Well, you just got a brief cross section from all our panelists. They're doing different things to each other, but all successful in the business. So you just got to pick a strategy that you like, you're comfortable with. So we'll get into depth about that very quickly, but I just want to bring everybody up to date with what's going on. And a brief overview that some people have heard or said, so I'm sort of just repeating myself a little bit, but back when we started the business in 2015 MPA, Uday had $750 a day maximum withdrawal. And then in November 2015, you decided to make that 3 times the amount that you put into the business. If you bought, say, $500 worth of ad packs in November 2015, you're allowed to take out 3 times that, $1,500 worth of $1,500 out of the business before you had to repurchase or purchase with fresh funds from outside the system. And that went along for only about a month. And then PayPal decided that they didn't like our industry, to cut a long story short, and change their terms and conditions. So on 16th of March 2016, Uday made a decision based on the market that was around then, that instead of 3 times, he would go to a $200 per day limit of withdrawals, US dollars, in MyPayingAds. Now, what that did was incentivize a lot of people to grow their business to, if you really wanted to get to the $200 a day mark, as well as being able to repurchase ad packs that had given you the 120% profit share, you'd need around about 1,100 to 1,200 ad packs. So what that incentivized people to do, like everyone on the panel here, is really get to work
and grow their business and talk to people and talk to local businesses and run 5 ads and run little meetings and do coffee hangouts and really push themselves to get up to that $200 per day level. And that carried on for about a year, and people went absolutely brilliant. And we just exploded. Once that PayPal money came back on July the 5th, the business exploded. Then what Uday's found over the last 6 months is that a lot of people have reached the $200 per day and they've stopped promoting. They've just sat at home, as I said, eat beer and drink beer and eat chocolates, and really taken their foot off the pedal. Any business, being bricks and mortar or online, needs customers using the services, buying more services, introducing people to grow and grow and grow. So Uday's made a decision. He first introduced the Leaders Commission, which would allow you additionally to take any fresh purchases made by your referrals. And remember, we only have one level of referrals. So you grow your team, and if they purchase, say, $20, 2 $10 ad packs from their processor, that $20 will be $2 of commission would go into your Leaders Commission balance. So they purchased $100, you get $10. So if you had, say, $10 in your Leaders Commission, you'd be able to take that straight out as a separate withdrawal to your $200 a day. So that started working. And then Uday's made the decision now that we're going to go to the 2 times rule. And that's if you, starting way back from March 2015 all the way up to now, if you put $1,000 into the business from your own money, from your own pocket, from your own bank, that allows you to take out 2 times out of the business. Plus, that's part 1 of the earnings part. That's the earning balance part. You still need to grow your ad packs. You still got to repurchase and grow your ad packs so the earnings coming through every day. And a lot of people haven't quite got that. You still need to repurchase, and when you wish to take out any funds from the business, then that comes from your earning balance. If you're not having ad packs there generating profit share, you can't take the funds out because they have to be in your earning balance. The second part is obviously the Leaders Commission now. So there's actually 2 parts of the business. Some people just may want the one part, the earnings balance, and buy their ad packs and just have a small little business for themselves. A lot of people want to grow this business and have this as their base to extend to grow other businesses. So there's 2 parts now, the Leaders Commission and the earning balance, drawing out still $200 a day, but 2 times plus unlimited for the Leaders Commission. So people are sort of slowly coming to terms with that. What people aren't understanding is that we did ask people if you did put money in, and I did with PayPal, and you haven't taken 2 times the money you put into the business out yet. So if you put $600 into PayPal, and then after that you put another $100 or $200 in March, April, May last year, they might have $900 you put into the business. That allows you to take $1,800 out. If you haven't taken $1,800 out, you need to send a support ticket and say, listen, I haven't seen my PayPal money that I put into the business recognized in my ad pack earnings balance that I've actually put in the deposits balance, so it can allow me the available withdrawal limit to be double that. So if you haven't done that, you need to put a support ticket in. If you've already taken twice the money out the business that you put in, I'm the case. I put in $800. I've taken many thousands out after that. I don't need to worry about my PayPal. I've just got to buy ad packs every day from my purchase, my processor, or from my Leaders Commission. That is considered fresh cash in, and then I can take 2 out. So I was taking $200 a day out, so now I have to put $100 in, so I can take 200 out. So my income's gone down by 50%, but my leadership balance is starting to increase. So it's checks and balances, so that's good for me. MPCA, it's still the same, except it's 1 Bitcoin per day. Again, it's a 2 times rule there. That was 3 times, but we brought that back to 2 times. Again, fresh funds and Leaders Commission are counted as fresh funds. So that's basically what happened. So all the changes in the back office, especially MPA, MPCA managed to sort of get up and running pretty quickly. MPA, because there's so many members in MPA on the site, it is such a massive, massive engine of a website. It took a lot of getting things right, and the testing they have to do in the background to get everything right was little glitches popping up left, right, and center. That was taking ages to find the glitches and rectify them and try to test again, and another little glitch. So it's a headache for our programmers. We're doing 18, 19, 20 hours a day over that last 7 or 8 days to try and get things right. Shaf Memmon's just today flown back to England. He's been in India. He was very, very sick. He was up too many hours, wasn't getting enough sleep, but they managed to battle through. What they've done to adjust, we're just testing surfing now. It's not back on. It's still free surfing, but they're just testing the load. So you don't need to surf. We don't want you to surf because they're doing the testing themselves. All right. So you don't need to surf. It's still free. There will be an official announcement. You can surf now. All right. Don't do anything at the moment. What they've done with the earnings, that slowed down in MPCA is another glitch. They fixed that. So earnings in MPCA are every 2 hours. Not every hour as per normal. And now it's every 2 hours. So if you look at your earnings there, say, I'm not earning anything. Come back in 2 hours later and you'll see some earnings. So just be aware in MPCA, it's every 2 hours of your earnings. Now MPA is every 4 hours. So some people are saying, oh, there's no earnings, haven't got any earnings, but it's only every 4 hours. So you've got to go into your back office, look at your finance earning history and see what they're doing. If you note that down, everything from the back office point of view is running smoothly in the earnings department. I spoke to Uday and I asked them that question, are earnings on track? Yes, they are, but they're every 2 hours for MPCA and every 4 hours for MPA. If you're not getting any earnings, then there's something wrong with your account as far as maybe your PayPal money hasn't been included. So you need to get that support ticket in, or some of your money hasn't. There might be some issue with your account, but the overall business is running smoothly, okay? It's actually improving. Now, because of what happened, a lot of people had issues with thinking it was their account, I think it was the site, and they put support tickets in. Now, normally, I asked Uday this specifically. How many tickets do you get every day, Uday, support tickets? I might ask, unmute your mics, guys, and I'll ask you, just give me a figure. Edward, how many do you think per day?
Well, you got a smile on your face.
Rough stab. Come on, mate, quick, rough stab.
500.
Karen?
2,500.
2,500 a day. You mean a day? Wow.
There's a lot of members at the moment.
Yeah. How many a day do you think normally, Paul?
800.
Okay. Sangram, how many a day do you think normally?
5K.
5,000.
Yeah.
Tony?
No idea, but far too many.
No idea.
No idea. Too many people just sending support tickets without reading first.
Okay. Well, the number every day is 300, which is not too bad. That's reasonably easy to keep on top of. But what's happened, that's gone up by 9. There's 2,770 support tickets for our support team to look after at the moment. So that's why there's a hold up in getting your support tickets there. And then a glitch happens and then the surfing's not there. There's multiple facets that are happening with the business right at the moment. And everybody in the business and the management side is working their butt off. They're under the pump. So, but what Uday said, everything's improving. You can't keep Uday down. I said, wow, that's a lot of stuff. He said, yeah, but we are improving and it should be back to normal in a few days from now. We're going through all the tickets and getting done as fast as we can. And the surfing, we're doing the testing now and everything like that. And all the earnings are coming back and everything. So, and he said, what I want members to do now, and this is where I get to the end of my little bit, is that Uday wants the members to get back to normal. Get back to the normal procedures they do every day. You can't click your ads because it's free. So there's time saved. That's 5 minutes a day you've saved. We're all efficient at the moment. You don't need to click ads. That's time saved for you, right? So you can do something else. And what he wants you to do is talk about the new features coming up. Talk to your new prospects about there's new features coming to the business. Daily activities of posting your results in Facebook pages or groups that you're part of, or on a video, or on a social networking site somewhere, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. All these types of things. When you're talking to people on the phone, as Sangram does, start talking to people about how your business is going. He wants everybody to get back to normal now, because everything from the business running point of view is all set to go except for the adverts. Talk about the new products. And what Uday wants more than anything is for us to attract new people to the business, obviously to grow the business, but he wants, as he said it many, many times, this is key word for him, he wants quality surfers in this business, meaning he wants business-minded people in our business. He doesn't want people just here to make a few dollars and go. He wants business-minded people here. And how do you attract those? How do you talk to those people? Well, in your local area, there are small businesses who need help promoting their business on the internet. And that's where you come in, talking to people about promoting their business, their small business or their medium business. We can help drive traffic to their websites. And people say, well, I don't know anyone. Well, every day you go and purchase something, you buy food or a service off somebody. Today I went to my local shopping centre. I went to my supermarket. I went to, I'm just looking around. I went to the chicken shop. I went to the butcher's. Where else did I go? I went to another department store, a very small one, just run this like a family type place. They all have websites. The bigger ones have massive budgets for advertising, but the small to medium sized businesses are what we're interested in talking to about how we can offer them views to their website. So that's what Uday wants. So what I want the panel to discuss now is their way of approaching their business. And just every single person watching this here tonight is a business owner. And the bottom line is you've got to start acting like a business owner. Read the files, read the pin posts. As soon as you come in, you've got to read the pin post. I've got a little strategy I'm going to try and put past Uday to get people to do that. But you've got to really take ownership of being a business owner in MyPayingAds or MyPayingCrytoAds, because we've got the big C product coming up in a few weeks. We've got Uday's dream product that's all going to be exploding in about 2 to 3 months. And then there's another 4 products coming in to the MPA umbrella within 18 months. So there's a lot happening as far as growth. Everybody's got to be on board to be a professional online marketer. So everybody watching and everyone in the Facebook group, all members have really got to step up now, step up 2017. So we'll start with you, Edward. Quality surfers, business people, business-minded people that join the business. Let us know, you started by describing basically how you go about attracting people to your business. Could you maybe give us a couple of minutes on how you do that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I teach, and I've got various strategies that I teach to my team. Some of it's sort of paid advertising, some of it's free stuff. And there are various strategies that I've taught, but one particular one is not actually that duplicatable because it involves phoning people up. A lot of people don't like to do that, but I've been running my business for the last 2 years rather successfully in to some people's views, but I mean, I don't look at it as, I just look at it as sort of getting my head down and plodding on and doing what I do, simply because I'm in the part of the world where, I just simply can't go out there like you guys can to talk to people out there on the street. But I think that this, getting on the phone to people is actually a lot easier in many ways than a lot of other people are doing. I mean, I know you're having a lot of meetings down in the Gold Coast, aren't you, with live meetings? I mean, that's a fantastic way. But for people who are around the world who can't do that, I mean, there's a gentleman. Many of the people in my team know him. His name is Ryan Gunnis. You can Google him, Ryan Gunnis. He's an American guy. He runs a service called MLM Recruit on Demand. I'm not giving any links out, obviously. It's not my place. Yeah. But basically, it's it's a full-on service. And many of you probably also know a gentleman called Ray Higdon, top MLM guru. And he supports Ryan very much. I mean, he supports this service. He supports a lot of what Ryan Gunnis does, and he provides a service where we can actually get a hold of a very good service where we can actually get access to a large database of people that we can actually phone up. And these are really targeting a lot of MLM type people, in the MLM industry. And I found that connecting with these people have been quite difficult. You get a lot of disconnections, but if you keep going with these people, you can get the odd one or two that will lead you on to a leader. So I found that by relentlessly going in this way, you can eventually get to people who are wasting your time, and then eventually you get to somebody who's a big leader, somebody who's a big builder. And I think these are really the people. These are the strategies that you really need to go with, because I think these people are really. I honestly think MyPayingAds is at a point where we could start doing this kind of thing. The services that are coming, the events that have been happening, and there are more events. There's going to be an event in London. I think if we can start bringing people along to these events, and then doing more phone calling, getting it more offline, doing the meetings that were like what you're doing down there in the Gold Coast. If more people can do those kind of regular meetings, I think we're going to be connecting with a lot of people, both offline and online, who will just simply want to advertise their businesses. So I definitely think phone calling, and then if you can get out of your comfort zone and start phone calling. So check out Ryan Gunnis, look up Ray Higdon. There's an interview that they both did. They had a big conversation, and Ryan gave a very, very powerful strategy of what he did, and I think he used this method about searching on Google and looking for phone numbers in the MLM industry, and he just calls people. He's very relentless, but he does it, I think he got about 170 signups into his MLM company in literally about 90 days or something like that, just by doing this. Nobody knew him. Nobody had any idea of him. And we're talking about this guy is with a company with quite a high-end product. I think something with MPA, I found it just converts so much easier than the typical MLM company. It really does. Yeah. So I think people should do more of that.
Yeah, when you say phone them, do you use like WhatsApp or Skype calls, or how do you when you say phone, that's just cell phone to mobile phone, or?
Well, I mean, obviously I live in Japan, and most of these people that I'm able to contact are in the United States. So I get a Skype number myself, and I load credits on the Skype.
All right. Yep.
And then I can actually call these people up, and if in most cases I get so many missed calls, or I have to leave a message. So then if they need to call me back, they can call me back on my US number.
All right. So reasonably cheap with Skype calls, is it, from your end?
Yeah, very, very reasonable. Very reasonable. Go onto Skype and you can find out the various charges. You can get a whole package.
Yeah.
I don't know I can't remember what it is, to be honest. It's very reasonable. I just pay every now and then, and it all. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a good way of doing it, and yeah, Ryan provides a huge amount of training on his system for this, about what to say, what tends to work better.
Yeah.
But you need to be professional, because you're going to potentially get connected with professional type people who have been involved in this kind of opportunity before, or at least work from home type opportunities. And you're going to get a lot of disconnections. But if you keep going, I mean, that was the old school way, back in the 90s and the 80s, when when sort of some of these big MLM companies were going around doing all the old school methods. That's how we did it. And we would only get access to 100 names, of people that we knew. These are the kind of the people that we would invite to our wedding or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But we wouldn't go out for a drink, or we would just sort of know them, sort of. And then you just talk to them in the same sort of way. But no, I mean, obviously, if you're talking to cold leads, obviously it's different. I mean, you just use your common sense. But you're talking with business type people, so you need to be, formal and respect their time. And if there's a bit of time to get back with them, that sort of thing. So yeah, Ryan,
very good.
Top man. Highly recommend.
Very good. Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Any other? Just to finish off, anything else that you're doing? That calling?
Yeah, certainly. What I'm also doing is a lot of paid advertising, and yeah, solo ads. there's a company called Million Leads for Free, but they have a free service, but there's a paid service, which is the paid service is solo ads that you pay for, very reasonable, starts at about $30, and I found that even just the $30 solo ad has been very, very, very good indeed. I've recently come across a company called BTC Clicks. So I got people on my team who are messaging me right now saying, "Don't tell them." But yeah, but that's been good. I mean, you can get, you know, even for $1, you can get quite a large number of clicks, and they convert well. But you know, with that kind of service, you need to be ready to really follow up with these people. You need to be relentless. You have to have a ready, personalized follow up. Don't rely on your autoresponder. Try and get them onto Skype. Try and get them onto Facebook. Yeah,
it's even if you're online, you still got to have that face-to-face as best you can relationship with a person, exactly like Sangram. So yeah, even though we're online, we still got to be personal to the people you bring into the business. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, well, I highly recommend that people should stop using the sending traffic directly to their corporate websites, you know, the MyPayingAds websites. You know, I highly recommend starting up their own capture pages, or at least a landing page with their name and you know, branding themselves and that sort of thing. I mean, it's so easy to set stuff like that up. So there's also another company, called Ad Creator, a free service, Ad Creator with a K. So that's Ad Creator with a K, not a C in there. .com, and that will set you up. You know, you can make unlimited number of ads for free, but obviously you can't host them on there. You'd have to download them and host them onto Photo Bucket. You can get a free Photo Bucket. So that's adcreator.com. They come with templates, and they come with there's a drag and drop editor. So you make the image ads, you download them, put them onto Ad Creator, and then you can just send them onto Facebook, go into make friends in in all the money making groups, put them in there. You know, if you've got your picture in there and you're branding it, you're doing a lot better than what most people are doing.
Yeah, that's the first step. Great, thank you. That's some great nuggets there, Edward. Thanks very much, Karen. That's great from another English person. How do you go about your business of attracting people?
Well, I haven't been online that long, probably less than 2 years, or around about 2 years now. So it's been a massive learning curve for me, and been sort of, you know, doing the PLS thing, and it is a lot of different things to learn. So I do the usual MPA, MPCA, and a couple of other sites that I won't mention, but similar types of things. And also, I've been going out and about after seeing what you was posting last week to local businesses, and people are actually interested. You know, if you can offer them, you know, hits to their website, because it is going to, you know, increase their ranking. So I think over time, then I think people will see that it's, you know, it's good and it works and it's improving their rankings on Google, and will hopefully join MPA, MPCA through that as well. And so many people just don't even know we exist, do they? So you know, we've got a massive audience, really.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Now, when you go and visit people, are they small to medium-sized businesses? Is that what you're talking to?
Yeah, yes, small, just high street. I've sort of left the big companies because you can never get to the right person probably anyway. Correct. So spot on. So yeah, I've just been going to small individual type businesses, you know, sort of some more one-offs.
Now, can I ask you a question? Because Paul, when we talk to him, that's our strategy in Queensland and the Gold Coast, is talking to medium to small businesses. Is there meetups? That program, is that in the UK? Meetups?
I don't know. I don't know.
In Japan, is meetups in Japan?
Yes, it is. It's in Japan. I think it's all over the world, actually. But yeah, I've been involved in some meetups. They're quite effective. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that's another. Just have a look at that website, meetups. Okay. I'll send you the link later. it's where local businesses go to meet, business owners go to meet. And
Okay.
they're all in the same room as you, and they want to know what you're doing. And then you start telling them, I'll send you, just as an introduction, I'll send you 5,000 free visits to your website. How are you going to do that,
Right.
Karen?
Yeah,
boom,
it's
I want to
fantastic.
talk to you.
Yeah.
Which is great. All right, well, thank you very much. Locally and doing all the online stuff, a combination. Paul, just unmute your mic, mate. You're just go through what you're planning and how you're going about what you got in mind there in the Gold Coast.
Yeah, okay. So we've got a very huge market here on the Gold Coast. Industrial complexes on the Gold Coast, there is a number of small businesses, and that's what we'll be approaching. Basically, to advertise and get paid. That's one aspect of what we'll be doing. We'll also be talking to other people just to bring them on board with a part-time income. They can either bring their business on as a part-time income or MPA as an income stream for them to pay their debts, mortgage, whatever they wish to do. So there's two aspects that we're looking at here on the Gold Coast.
So your part-time income people who are looking, as well as your small to medium businesses who want to ramp up their advertising, get exposure, but it's cost effective to the business. And obviously if they advertise, they can get paid as well. Is that?
That's right. Yes. And we will be using we're going to trial the meetup aspect. It's very successful here on the Gold Coast. There's a number of people that attend these particular meetup groups. So we can get a small portion of them to come to our particular meetings, then we've got a winner with MPA.
Yeah, fantastic. Very, very good. All right, Sangram, now you gave us a little bit of an insight when you first joined the Hangout this evening. So you've heard from Edward, Karen and Paul. They've got all different strategies slightly. Just tell about, how you go about advertising MyPayingAds and MyPayingCrytoAds for a start to get people that you can, obviously, you ring them up. How do you go about advertising?
Frankly speaking, so far I have not gone any advertisement, and I have not spent a single dollar on advertisement. This is the truth, okay? Because especially I'm in India, and what I always believe in India, we have 1.4 billion people, and there are only 10K people. They are only doing online business. So I see here a big market, in fact, right? And here the internet penetration is very slow, not like Western countries. So what I always try, my point here is I have decided one more action plan for myself. In India, there are around 500 cities, class 1 cities, including class 1, class 2, class 3. So now slowly I am appointing a city leader, like you are country leader for Australia. I am appointing city leader. So anybody who wants to be sponsored by me, I ask them, okay, you tell me you are from which city. If he tells, let us say I'm from New Delhi, then I have a city leader there. Then I tell, okay, do one thing, you contact this person, he is my leader, he will look after you. If he is not looking after you, then let me know so that I'll do the needful, because a single person cannot do all. Now my point of talking is, suppose I am a leader, right, and I have 500 frontline people. If God forbid something happens to me, then tomorrow all people will be going here and there without a leader. It is just like a person without a head. So what I'm going to do now is I am creating another 500 leaders like me, creating 500 each. That is my style of working now. Not only this, what I'm doing now, like I have in Romania, there is a country, there is a person called Cyprian Stefanot. He's my country leader. In South Africa, there is a lady called Anita. She is my country leader. That means also I am exploring foreign countries where I am only sponsoring one person, and I am mentoring them so that they can become a country leader, so that they can look after their country. So this is the way now I have devised a big plan.
So how do you actually find these, like you're appointing city leaders in India, which is fantastic, and country leaders for people you come across. Do you promote yourself through video, or do you promote yourself through Facebook to make these initial contacts with these people? Or how do you actually And that's what people want to know. Like, you have 20, 30 city leaders already, but how did you meet those city leaders? Did you speak to some friends locally in a meeting? They say, oh, I know someone there, and they gave you a telephone number to ring? Was it person-to-person contacts that allowed you to expand your business, or did you use your Facebook to attract? Is there anyone in New Delhi who is looking to make money online, and then they contact you that way? Did you do? How did you do it?
No, I don't do that actually, since I'm in since 2 years, and I'm doing only offline marketing. So I have a number of contacts with me, not only from this group, from other groups also. Let us say somebody is not was not doing MPA, or he was not doing MPCA, but they are doing some other programs. Now they are with me. They want that, sir, I want to be with you in this program in MPCA. Now then I see whether he is capable to handle some people. Then I append the account leader, because getting a person is very easy nowadays. But in online industry, the biggest problem is many people in super fast speed, and also they will go away from you in super fast speed. So the basic thing is retention. Suppose 1,000 people are coming to you, and if you can keep them with you, then the group will grow. But most of the times what happens, like email marketing and other marketings, people come because they don't know really who are you. Let us say, suppose I met you in Singapore, then I came to know that you are Kathy, but otherwise just I was seeing you in the picture only, right? So I always go for personal contact. Even every day, sometimes I behave like a call center boy, right? I speak to another 20-25 people, maybe around for 5 minutes each, 10 minutes each. So I kept a close contact with my all network, and what is the growth is happening. Not only this, what I instruct them, okay, if you do a meeting in this your city, then send me some pictures. Let me know who are the leaders. Then what I do, I visit to that city, and all leaders. Let us say my top leader and another 10 leader there. So I call everybody, and we have a coffee shop. We are a coffee day, get together. Then I train them.
So how long has it taken you to get to the stage? Obviously, your strategy, from, if I can get it right, is you meet one person, and then you train them, and they introduce themselves to other people in that particular area. Then you'll go and have a coffee meetup in that city, and face to face, and give a training for the day, and then you'll fly to another city, and to that person you've made a contact with, and they'll organise a meeting, so you get to meet everybody there. How long has that taken you to get to that stage in your MPA and MPCA business?
Basically, according to the geographical condition of India, I cover around 20 cities in a month minimum. And I have made a point. Let us say I have visited this city, and I instruct my leader that within 2 months I am not going to come if you don't have at least 100 people with you, because that is my criteria. I want them to work actually. It's not like that money making machine. What I always tell, MPA fine, but the loyalty doesn't give you money. Where it is a business, when you participate in the business in a business mind, that gives you money. So behave like a businessman, because I am a businessman. So this is the way I try to contact in each of my team right now, within 3 months once at least. Just
3 months, that's how long it's taken you to build up this little network, would you say? Or 12 months to build your network? Because that's what you're building. You're building a network of people, which is a brilliant idea for a lot of people who just like talking and like getting on the phone, and are quite happy to do that. How long, Sangram? You're saying 3 months, 6 months, or 9 months, 12 months? What? Just give people a time frame of when you first decide, right, this is the way I'm going to do my business with MPA and MPCA, to where you are today. How long is it taking you to get where you are?
If you ask me earlier, before some days, like 2 months back, 4 months back, 6 months back, it was a little bit difficult for me. But right now it is not difficult, because people have come to know about me nowadays. So it is just like earlier I was going to them much, and they are coming to me nowadays. So my business becomes very easy nowadays. So that I am devoting much time for much people. Earlier what I was doing, I was giving 1 hour to a person, to a leader. But right now I'm giving 10 minutes to a leader, so that I can accommodate 10 people, 10 leaders in 1 hour. That is the way I am working now.
Fantastic. Well, that's obviously a great lesson for people. Edward's done the same thing. Karen's doing the same thing. Paul, myself, and Tony. You start somewhere, but you don't stop. You'll get days where you'll talk to 10 people, they're not interested, and then the next day 10, and the next day 10. But the next day you talk to 10 and 2 are interested, and they become your leader in a city. And you can do it many ways, the way you're doing it, Sangram, the way Edward's doing it, Karen's going to local businesses, Paul's going to exactly the same thing. Brilliant, Sangram, brilliant. Thank you very much. We'll go to Tony just to finish off. What's your strategy, mate? After all that, we've got a real wild cross-section there. You're in the entertainment industry. Has that had influence on how you approach people, or?
No, not really. I really don't or can't cross-pollinate as far as that's concerned for various reasons. But I think what's come out of this is that Edward and Sangram and the others on the call here tonight, the underlying principle here is brand yourself. I love that because, and it's not hard to do, because what we have here with MPA and MPCA is the ability to show people the numbers for real. There's nowhere to hide. There's no, you can do this, you can do that. It's like, well, here's my numbers. Yours will either be, less or more. It depends on your work ethic. And, we have a disclaimer for all that. But, I've always said at the beginning, almost in contrast to that there is, to everyone that I've spoken with, there is no need for anyone to refer anybody in MPA or MPCA to return the profit share on your advertising dollar. And that hasn't changed at all in the last, a couple of weeks or whatever since the enhancements. But there's a philosophy that I posted a little while back that says, for those that want to ramp up their MPA, MPCA business, that want to build a side business, is that this company is going to grow with or without you, with or without me. But when someone becomes part of the reason for that growth, that's when they will reap those rewards exponentially. And that comes with time, that comes with work. So with that in mind, something you said to me, Keithy, back in, it was just before Christmas, I think, and we were at the Glen Hotel. And I was talking about, I had this spreadsheet thing, and you said to me, oh, look, have you got a finance background or something? And we had a bit of a laugh about it. I said, no, I want to know where the numbers are. And you said to me, well, I just click my ads and get paid every day. And that's, someone like me that wants to complicate things or get things into the nitty-gritty. What that did for me from that point forward is bring me back to, like, start in your own backyard. Right at this second, my neighbour behind me here, they know about MyPayingAds. The neighbour on this side doesn't. Why don't they? Because I haven't spoken to them yet. And this is the power of what we have. We can all go online and do all those kind of things, but if we're not talking to people on the ground, the businesses up where I live, here up on the street, I've got probably 30 or 40 businesses. Spoken probably 8 of those businesses already. That's what I'm doing, starting back in my own backyard or keeping on going. If anyone's watching this and wants a $1 million tip, it's Google the population of your city or your region. It can be anywhere. It doesn't matter what country you're in. In Southeast Queensland, we have 3.05 million people from the top of the Sunshine Coast down to the Tweed border, without even encompassing Toowoomba. That's 3 million people. Imagine if the 3 people on this panel tonight were to engage 100 people each in MyPayingAds, and that's a big ask, 100 active members. But then bust that down to, to 50%, 50 active members, 150 active new members in MPA just from 3 people. That's the kind of philosophy that I'm putting in front of people to sort of give them an idea that, we can build this from our own street and then from our suburb, who are the businesses and so on. It's really that simple. And it's just asking people what they do. I'm out for coffee, and I'll talk to the wait staff and say, well, who owns this? Is it a franchise, or is this a privately owned business? And usually the owner's there, and we can have a conversation because I'm in business, they're in business, and we can say, well, how's your business going? How's your traffic to your website? They have absolutely no clue. Most don't know. I've only met probably 3 people in probably 40 odd that actually know how to look up the statistics in the back end of their website to see where their unique visitors are coming from. What the demographics are, what areas the hits and views are coming from. So it's a really great segue into just piquing their interest.
Do you find that with small businesses that the owners are fully focused on running their business as opposed to growing their business?
Yeah, they're running the business. They're running their business day to day, either in whatever it is, service industry or brick and mortar. Brick and mortar meaning it could be anything from a fish shop to a real estate agent to anything, doesn't matter. They are exactly that. A lot of the time they go home and they do the paperwork and they're just bogged down. They're so tired they don't have the time to think, and they've got this web presence that can potentially earn them thousands and thousands of dollars, and they're just completely ignoring it because they just don't have the time. It doesn't even hit their radar. They don't, and that's an unfortunate reality. But when we pique their interest, they ask questions.
Yeah. Fantastic.
What do you know about websites? Well, do you want, like I've heard from you, you've said it before, and Paul. Look, I can send you, a couple of thousand views to your website. What's your website called? And I'll bring you back the stats. That's how I've had a person join, become a member for one of my referrals, and she is one of the very few people, as I said earlier, that knew about statistics and demographics and who her target market is and who are the people that are looking, how long they're staying on a page, all that kind of data.
Yep.
Right? We don't want to confuse people here, but what I'm trying to get to is most people don't know how to do that. And she asked the hard questions like, well, give us your website. I've got a free slot there in my traffic exchange, like one I'm not using, because we get 5 websites or 5 pages within a website to promote. Let me put a couple, well, it was 2 at the time. We've dropped it down to 1 because I used one for myself. And I put 500 credits in there that I had 42,000 or something that would, I was slowly starting to use. I gave her 500 in the space of 9 days. The 500 views had been, well, that web page had been seen 500 times. And she saw those statistics. She said, I can't get that on the big G word or the FB, the book face thing.
We can say that.
I've never got that, and I've spent thousands of dollars because she can track the stats. So we've got something very important. It's 30-something thousand members.
300 and I'll give you the exact stats because it's. I'll just do an update. 318,853 members.
But it's. I mean, I'm not trying to blow the wind up anybody. It's the best part is when I first started here in MPA, my sponsor Paul there, he just opened up his computer and showed me the numbers in his account. I was like, well, okay. And it's not that the numbers were big or small, it's that the transparency here, you can't get that. You've got people every day on social media, you're seeing people selling these systems and programs to try and show you how to do stuff, but all of a sudden we've got a process here that, that woman was blown away. So to show people,
well, to take your example, Tony, you're actually a prime example of what's happened in Paul's business, because Paul's found you through a business contact, and then he's approached you and said, well, have you thought about advertising this, blah, blah, blah. And then you've seen the product and then you've gone, wow. And then you've joined and now you're doing the same thing. So you're actually a prime example of what is possible from a business to business point of view.
I did start small though. Like I wanted to dip the toe in the water because I'd never seen this business model before.
Yes.
And everyone, that I know, a lot of people that I know, I should say, have started in that way, but then they see that it actually does what it says it's going to do. But to keep on point, it's just keeping aware of, like you said before, or once before in another hangout, you've got the petrol station, put your little drop card on the thing there. So they have to take the Bowser pump out and they have to see your card, all these little tiny strategies. There it is. Upside down, turn it the other way. Like Edward said, like if you like making phone calls, most people don't like doing that. But a business person, a serious or whatever, how do they put it, a surfer that he's looking for?
Yeah, a quality surfer. Someone
who's surfer. I mean, I make phone calls probably 40 to 50 times a day in my other business. I don't have a problem with cold calling people. It doesn't bother me. I know to me it's like, well, what's the next number? It doesn't even register anymore, But people don't like doing that. You've said it before, hairdresser, you're talking to your hairdresser, hey, how's your website going? It's a question. That's it.
I don't talk to my hairdresser, mate. I don't talk to my hairdresser. I'll just thank you, Tony. I just had a shave tonight, mate. So that's all cheap for me, all done in about 5 minutes. But you've heard, folks, and there's a lot of people watching this saying they like the good strategies. Uday wants us to up our game to become online marketers. And why does he want to do that? Because he wants to grow the MyPayingAds business umbrella with different products and different companies under the umbrella. And how's he going to do that? With members that are switched on to the online businesses. And you've heard many different Edwards talking about the cold calling, the back page adverts, Karen's knocking on the doors of the local small to medium-sized businesses, as well as doing her promoting on MPA and MPCA and other platforms, social media. Paul's going to small to medium industrial sites where they're just small businesses, one after the other, competing against other small businesses in another area. And they want an edge, as well as people who just want a part-time business with no responsibility, just to promote their own little, maybe their local old age group or their favorite charity, where they can use their advertising credits to promote that local charity, as well as earn just a part-time income. So there's a different group there. Sangram's building up leaders in every city in India, and he's got a massive job. There's what do you say, 5,000 cities or 500 cities, building up a leader in each one, and then building up a country leader. So his strategy is face-to-face and building a face-to-face team. Tony's is a combination of that, and so on and offline as well, chatting to people and then using the strategies of online. I've always done videos. I've done Facebook because that's easy. It's easy to start that. But what Edward said, what Karen's doing, what Paul does, what Sangram does, and what Tony does is one thing in common, the same as me. We all have one thing in common. And you see it when you do your 10 ads. And this is what we've got to get into people's heads, the members' heads. 99% of the ads there are generic company adverts. Generic company adverts. People have got to brand themselves. And Edward's just given us the adcreator.com. If you didn't write that down, you got rocks in your head. Ad creator with a K. To brand yourself, take a selfie of yourself. You've got a mobile film studio here. Mobile film studio. You can edit on these things. These are computers in your pocket. You can run a business. Sangram, when he jumps on a plane, as soon as he hops off the plane, turns his office on. This is your office. G'day, mate. I've just arrived in New Delhi. Which coffee shop are we going to? I'll meet you there with the 10 people you said you'd bring along. I'll be there soon. And then you do a little bit of a note. Sangram here, arrived in New Delhi, going to see my people, blah, blah, blah. There's your movie making machine as well as your office, as well as buying your ad packs, promoting the business, all are here. So everybody has the tools. We got 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, a shiny head, and one of these. Now, these in Australia, everything's going cheaper and cheaper in electronics. This is $300, state of the art cell phone for $300. Everybody in Australia has got a phone. Every 12-year-old in Australia has got a mobile phone. It's incredible. There's millions, and we got 23 million people, Edward, as you said, but I reckon we got about 50 million mobile phones in Australia. Everybody's got them. It's ridiculous. 85-year-olds have got mobile phones. 12-year-olds have got them. I've even seen kids in their strollers are 6, 7, 8 months old with mum and dad's phone, playing on the phone already. So people are all engaged in these type of instruments of talking to people. All we've got to do is extend that and say, listen, what are you doing, Keith? Oh, well, I've just earned a bit of money part-time on the internet. How do you do that? Online advertising. That's the words you use, folks. Online advertising, part-time income. Oh, part-time. No one wants to hear about full-time. These business owners are flat out running their own business, so they can just get a few adverts, ad credits, and have people visit their websites. That's all they want. Once they understand the business, to spend 10 minutes a day clicking their ads and buying advertising packs so they get more credits to promote their business, then it's, as Paul said, our motto of our if you go to the home page of MyPayingAds, most people just go to the login page when they go to the business. You've got to go to the home page every day before you log in. So you need to go to the home page to see how many members we've got. 318,856. But the logo that Uday advertises this business is advertise and get paid. You've got to understand that is how the business is run. Advertise the business and you will get paid. So he's got it there for us to see. Most people see it, but they don't see it, if you know what I mean. And just a heads up, we've just passed $43 million in payouts. It's $43 million and $2,930.18. So even though we've been adjusting with the withdrawals and whatever, Uday's still been paying out, and we've crossed $43 million in just over 2 years. So that's unbelievable. So this has been a really educational hangout about how everybody has a responsibility to grow their business and talk to people about growing their business. And if you talk to someone and they're not interested, great. That's one less person you've talked to before you get to the next person who's actually interested. Sangram said it. Edward said it about talking and talking and talking. You never stop talking. Sangram never stops talking. I don't know if how you can breathe. You talk so much, mate. You talk, and then you take a breath, and then you talk. You must sleep very well at night, mate. You must talk right up till you go to sleep, and then boom, you're asleep, mate. Absolutely brilliant way. You're an inspiration to a lot of people who don't like the internet, don't like that way of doing things, but they're great at talking to people. You just got it like you did 6, 9 months ago or 12 months. Just when you're starting, you actually started a conversation with one person. Now look at you. You've grown to having leaders in 20 cities or 30 cities or 40 cities, which now, because of the income you've generated, you can fly to see those people. And if you, what did you say? How many cities a month do you fly to, Sangram?
Around 15 cities, 15 to 20.
15 cities. That's one city every 2 days, mate. You must pack very lightly, mate. You must be must pack very, very lightly. Fantastic. Thank you, Sangram. Very, very good indeed, mate. Awesome. I'd just like to thank everyone. We've gone over an hour, which is way too long for our Hangouts, but we've had a lot of people and a lot of professional type comments, which is what we want moving forward now. And that's Uday, what he's given us what he wants. Quality surfers. Go out and grab quality surfers and get going again. We're on the move. Edward, thank you very much from Japan. Great to have you on. See you again soon, mate.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Great to be here. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Karen, good luck with your local business in your area in England. Thanks very much for coming on again.
Thank you very much.
Okay, cheers. Paul, all the best with your searching of your groups, mate. Fantastic job as always.
Thank you. Advertise and get paid.
That's that's it, mate. Advertise and get paid. 4 magic words. Sangram, keep talking, mate. Don't ever stop talking. If you go swimming, can you talk underwater as well, mate? Is that possible?
Yeah, of course. Of course, I can speak because it is free. I can talk to anybody. It is free.
Free. Fantastic, mate. Brilliant. Very, very good. Tony, keep it up, mate. Doing a fantastic job. Fantastic. Thanks for coming on again, mate.
Well, thanks for having me. Rock and roll.
Okay. Yeah, rock and roll. Exactly. All right. That's it, folks. Go forth and talk. Advertise and get paid. 4 words. Okay. That's the company motto. Let's do it. Number 1, as always, MPA, MPCA. Thanks, folks. Take it easy. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you very much.